Hi everyone, this is Dr. K from Integrative Therapeutics Clinic. In this video, I wanted to discuss different ways to minimize stress or get rid of it altogether. We all know that we have to cope with stress. It is something that we have to deal with when we live in a developed country like the United States. So how do we do that? So these are some of the simple tips which you can start implementing in your life today. So the number one is to find your Zen state. We obviously teach this in our workshops here. I personally teach how to do meditation, yoga, and so forth. I'll give you a simple example of how to cut the vicious cycle of stress. Like if you're in an argument with your spouse or with your boss or whomever. So you put your left hand on your belly, and when you do deep breathing, try to inhale and make sure that your abdomen is popping out. And then hold there and exhale and make sure that your abdomen is going back in. So that's one cycle of deep breathing. And if you're able to do at least 6 to 9 cycles of that, your body will automatically relax. Instead of staying in the sympathetic state, it will go to parasympathetic state or balanced state, which is even better. So by doing deep abdominal breathing, you'll be able to relax significantly. Obviously, the other method is meditation, there's yoga, and there's mindfulness. And we'll explore that in one of the other videos. If you want to learn those in detail, I teach that in the workshop here in the center. The next one is journaling. Like if you're experiencing a lot of stress, you have a high priority task or project that is pending, and let's say the deadline is tomorrow and you're not even halfway through being done with the project work. And you're experiencing emotional anxiety and disappointment and sadness and so forth. What do you do in that situation? One of the good ways of relieving stress is to go ahead and journal the conflict or whatever is going on in the mind. Go ahead and write it down on a piece of paper or in a diary. The journaling helps you write down the barriers or whatever negative thoughts are coming up, and it helps you process them faster rather than what we call in psychiatry as rumination. So rumination is, let's say I hate XYZ and I keep thinking the same thought over and over again. That's called rumination, and that is that sets you up for a negative outcome. It's sometimes never ending. It's like a cycle. It keeps going on and on and on. So journaling is a really good skill to have. The next one is to sweat it out. So doing a regular aerobic exercise routine where you're sweating helps you relieve the stress, helps reset the body's sympathetic and parasympathetic systems. You experience intense relaxation at the end of the workout. So that is something that is highly recommended. Also doing gratitude statements, like for example, you wake up in the morning every day, you take out a journal or diary and write out everything that you're grateful for that happened the previous day or the previous month, depending on how frequently you're doing it. So maintaining a gratitude journal helps you be aware of what's good in your life. So it puts you in a positive state of mind, and that's a really good way of relieving stress. And next is to schedule tasks. So a lot of people, what they do is they put everything in their head, like they have to go to groceries, pick up their kids, and whatever number of tasks, they put them in their head, but they never write it down on a piece of paper or even even in the phone. You have a lot of apps that create to-do lists and so forth. You can do the same at work. You have so many different tasks, but they are not written down somewhere, they're not prioritized. So those are some strategies to relieve stress around workload or amount of tasks that you have. Next one is to connect with friends and family. Sometimes we get so busy with work or whatever, we don't spend time with the kids or our spouse or parents. We don't spend time with our close friends. Spending that time really helps you get you centered, helps you become more aware of what's happening in their life and your life, and helps relieve the stress. The next time is taking me time. A lot of times here in the States, we see that even though there's scheduled vacation of 3 weeks or 4 weeks, a lot of employees don't even take the vacation, they show up to work because they have a lot of pending tasks or they're behind on their projects. And that really leads to poor productivity. Even though they're spending more time in the office, they're not being productive because they are under constant stress. So if you have an opportunity to take vacation, surely take vacation. If you have an opportunity where your work will allow you to go on go out of town on Christmas or Thanksgiving, you should surely do that. Even day to day, where you're spending time for yourself, like for example, taking a walk in the woods or going to the beach, that really helps with relieving the stress. And the last one is to indulge in a hobby. As I was discussing before, if you hobby where you're walking the dog on the beach, or if you're playing tennis, any hobby will help you relieve the stress. So these are some of the simple steps that you can implement today to relieve stress. These will go a long way in preventing major medical problems in the future. So I look forward to time taking. Thank you for listening to me.